All right, let's talk about something huge. Confidence. You know, the kind of confidence you need to speak English without that feeling, that knot in your stomach. We're going to break down all those mental walls that hold you back and give you some real tools to climb over them. Okay, you ready? Let's get into it.
Does this sound familiar? You're about to say something in English, and suddenly, poof, your mind just goes completely blank. You start worrying about what other people are thinking, if you're going to mess up your words, or if you'll get stuck and just look silly. Yeah, I know that feeling, and you're so not alone in this. It's a massive hurdle for so many people.
But what if I told you that the biggest thing stopping you, those stories you've been telling yourself about why you can't be confident, are just myths? Seriously, false ideas that are putting the brakes on your progress. So today, we are going to bust those myths wide open and show you what's really true. It might just change everything for you. So let's kick things off with the first and maybe the biggest myth of all, this idea that some people are just born confident. You know, that it's just part of their personality. You've either got it or you don't.
It's so easy to do, right? You look at those really outgoing, chatty people, the extroverts, and you think, man, they just have this natural gift for confidence. And then the little voice in your head says, well, I'm an introvert. I'm just too shy. I can't ever be like them. That whole comparison game, it's a total confidence killer.
And this right here, this is the big mindset shift. The truth is confidence is not a personality trait. It is a skill. And just like any other skill, like learning to play guitar or ride a bike, you can build it, you can practice it, and you can get better at it over time. It doesn't matter one bit if you're an introvert or an extrovert. Anyone can learn to be a confident speaker.
So how do we actually do this? Well, the secret is to use what you've already got. First up, prepare. Before you have to speak, just take a minute or two to jot down your main ideas. It makes a world of difference. Second, learn to love the pause. Pausing isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of control. It gives you a second to breathe and think. And third, start simple. Don't stress about the entire conversation. Just focus on what you're going to say next. That's it. It takes so much pressure off.
Okay, let's move on to myth number 2. And oh my gosh, this one trips up so many English learners. It's the belief that if you speak really, really fast, it means you're fluent. We've all been there. You hear someone speaking English a million miles an hour and you think, wow, that's fluency. I have to speed up to sound like that. But that just creates all this pressure to rush your words, which, ironically, usually just makes you make more mistakes. But here's the absolute truth. Fluency is not speed, it's clarity. It's all about communicating in a way that's smooth and natural, where you feel like you're in the driver's seat. I mean, think about it. We've all met native speakers who talk so fast you can't understand a word they're saying. That's not good communication. The goal is to be understood. So what's the game plan? It's actually super simple, but man, is it powerful. First, make a conscious effort to just slow down. Give your brain a chance to keep up with your mouth. Second, use those pauses we talked about. All the best public speakers use them to add emphasis and give their audience time to think. And third, always, always focus on your listener. Your real goal isn't to win a race. It's to make a connection. And now for our third myth. And this one is a monster. It's the perfection trap. It's this belief that to be a confident speaker, you have to be a perfect speaker, that you can never ever make a mistake. Oh, this fear is so real. That thought, what if they laugh at me? That fear of being judged can be so strong, it just stops you from even trying. It turns every conversation into this super high-stakes exam that you feel like you have to ace or else. Okay, but here is the truth, and I really want you to hear this. Everybody makes mistakes. Native speakers, language experts, me, you, everybody. We all forget words. We lose our train of thought. We stumble. Real confidence isn't about never making a mistake. It's about knowing how to recover with a little bit of grace when you do. And this is just a perfect example. Anne-Marie, who's an English coach, shared this story. She was talking and she completely blanked on the word journal. A simple, everyday word. It just vanished. And if that can happen to an expert like her, you better believe it can happen to any of us. So when that moment hits, and it will, what's your game plan? Instead of freaking out, just remember these 3 things. Number 1, pause and take a breath. Just stop for a second. It breaks that panic cycle. 2, rephrase it. Find a different way to say it. Describe the thing you're trying to say. And 3, just move on. If you can fix it quickly, great. If not, let it go and keep the conversation going. I promise, the other person has probably already forgotten about it. Okay, so we've torn down the myths about being born confident, speaking fast, and having to be perfect. So now for the really important part, how do you actually build this skill, day in and day out?
This right here, this is the engine that drives confidence. And the secret is that confidence doesn't show up while you're waiting around to feel ready. It comes from doing. You take one small action. That action gets you a little bit of progress. That little bit of progress starts to change your belief from, I can't, to, hey, maybe I can. And that new belief builds real confidence, which then gives you the fuel to take the next action. It's this amazing, positive cycle.
And look, taking action doesn't have to be this huge, scary thing. We're talking like 10 minutes a day. That's it. You can talk to yourself in English about your day. You can read a news article out loud. You could try shadowing. That's where you listen to someone speaking and try to repeat what they say right after them. Or even just record yourself on your phone and listen to it. It's these tiny, consistent steps that really build momentum. So, if you take one thing away from all of this today, please let it be this. Shift your focus. Stop aiming for this impossible target called perfection and start aiming for progress instead. And then celebrate that progress. Because every little attempt, every mistake, it's just proof that you're in the game. And that's a win. You know, confidence isn't some destination you just arrive at someday. It's a path that you build yourself, one small action at a time. So my question for you is this. What is the one small action you're going to commit to this week to lay that next stone on your path? Whatever it is, just start.